This country is absolutely exuberant right now. You have no idea how this president is winning. You have no idea. And the government, the country doesn't understand the absolute thrill that people are feeling and recognizing and understanding by virtue of this incredible president. It's that simple. And it may be kind of a surprise to people, but it's true. And as great as that is, remember, there are Democrats who would want to reverse this tomorrow. There are people right now who would say, get rid of this tomorrow, even though we are absolutely benefiting greatly at levels never thought even remotely possible. There are people who would be wanting to go back tomorrow to exactly the way it was. I don't understand why. I don't know who they are. I don't understand. And Mr. President and Mr. Vice President, please stop going on CNN. I'm not going to play this Martha Brennan. Do not go on these shows. Every time you're on CBS or every time you're on CNN, what you're doing is you're giving them one more day of relevance, one more moment of relevance. Please, sirs, I beg you, stop, cut them off. Whenever you speak to them, whenever you give them your time and you subject J.D. Vance, let them talk to us. Go out into the field. Invite people to the White House. Make CBS dry up on the vine. Why are you perpetuating them? I don't understand this. Please, in the name of God, stop this. Ignore them. Let them die. Let them die. Let them go the way. Al Sharpton has to show up at a Costco because he realizes his MSDNC gig is going to be over. Make them go away. They are the enemy. They are as much an enemy to you as Kamala was. But the president's triumphant return to the office, to the Oval Office, has ushered in this incredible, bold, unapologetic. And how about Tom Homan? Have you ever seen anybody who loves this job more than anything? Incredible. This president, again, unapologetic, this reaffirmation of common sense, decisive action, dismantling, destroying the failed policies of the Biden administration. It must be driving the left nuts. They're going crazy. Absolutely crazy. Don't you understand? Look what's happening all over the world. Look at Colombia. Change their mind. Everybody is. People are just, they don't know what to do. And you have to realize that there are media folks who are trying to spread disinformation as to the success that we are enjoying. And unless we start ignoring these people, we're wasting our time. Look, tomorrow will be 1 week. 1 week. 1 week. One week. Trump has already delivered on the promises that resonated and that Americans loved, proving that his second term, and listen carefully, is set to be even more transformative, more incredible, more wild than anything you can imagine. This is Trump 2.0, my friend, and it's not just a continuation or perpetuation of the agenda, but a sharper, clearer, more bold and focused campaign to uproot and just stop and destroy the taproot of this leftist lunacy, these ideologies, and entrenched bureaucracies, and this systemic, you can spell that. It's wonderful. Do you feel it? Are you feeling it? And you know what's the greatest thing? What people that I know are saying they're responding to the most with the greatest happiness ever is goodbye DEI. Goodbye DEI. Deport. What was that? Deport, whatever, immediately. Deport, what's the E part? Anyway, it's beautiful. Now I'm losing my mind. I thought, how could I forget it? It's deport. Hang on a minute. Let's get this one straight. Oh, we got some good stuff. Huh? No, hang on. I got it right here. It's just a minute. Watch these. Oh God. Do you see this, Brennan? I'm a deport every illegal. Deport every illegal. Deport every illegal. That's it. Anybody got a problem with that? Anybody here? Any lefties make their way? Deport everyone illegal. Anybody got a problem with that? How about those eagles, huh? Give me an E. Give me an L. Give me a G. Give me an S. Give me an E. Give me a... Huh? That's what happens when you change the name of the Redskins. That's what happens. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, my friends? Deport every illegal. It's that simple. Now, we have to look at a couple of things here. The results so far are already speaking volumes. I mean, seemingly unending volumes and excitement from people. In Chicago, people are saying, thank you. Thank you. But let me tell you something. We will see, and I've seen it, Mrs. L has seen it, all of a sudden, especially these weird kind of lefty entertainment types who say, we are so embarrassed. I say, what are you talking about? Oh, don't worry, in 4 years, this will be gone. What's going to be gone? Look, I'm not here to explain the psychopathology of the left. I don't understand this. I don't get it. I'm not here. But remember, these sick bastards, I'm going to say this again, would want the president to be back, would want Biden to be back in a heartbeat. Thank you, DHP. Thank you, my friend. They would want Biden back in a heartbeat. Don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that. The president's reforms, Tom Homan and others, are absolutely spreading and reverberating across the country, leaving these Democrats absolutely freaking out. And one of Trump's first and most significant moves, of course, that everybody I know is talking about is goodbye DEI. Goodbye DEI. The old one, diversity, equity, and inclusion. These programs have been the hallmark. They have just that name DEI. They're feeling it everywhere. It's the most important thing, Everybody loves this because if there's ever been anything that makes the least amount of sense, it's that completely. Think about this. He placed hundreds of bureaucrats all over the country on paid leave while eliminating programs and contracts that had siphoned and redirected billions that we need, billions of taxpayer dollars, your dollars, mine, into these ideological projects. It's the most incredible thing in the world. And don't let anybody fool you about Elon. God bless him. Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. I love this. Swiftly canceled $420 million in DEI-related contracts. 420 million contracts canceled. Do you like that? Canceled. It's beautiful. And it sends a clear message, once again, that the Trump administration would define government operations by people who are the most efficient, the most capable, not who you are or how many nose rings you have or what your notice pronouns. Have you noticed how pronouns are gone? Pronouns are just through. Pronouns are done, finished, through, done. Absolutely finished. They've gone bye-bye. Are you following this? Is everybody following this? Are we? Are we? This is the most important thing in the world. Is everybody getting this? I'm not seeing a lot of, frankly, I'm seeing a lot of, I don't really know. I'm not seeing any comments that are really grabbing my attention. I don't understand. Jesse Seminara says, what about Trump's new love affair with Larry Ellison and AI? Let's see what happens. Do you have a problem with AI? Anybody's got a problem with AI? Ellison's got a problem. Anytime I hear anything about vaccines, that's when I say, whoa, hey, that's when I say, I'm not so sure about that one. Let him talk to everybody. 650 billion. Is there anything, let me ask you something. Can somebody think of one thing that the president has done, suggested, or intimated so far that would make you want to return to Joe Biden or Kamala? Anything? Answer my question. Is there anything that he has done? Anything? Any trepidation? Ooh, I don't like that Ellison thing. Bring back Joe Biden. Ooh, I don't like that Elon Musk thing. Bring back Kamala. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that Marco Rubio. Bring him back. Anybody? Anything? Anybody? Anybody? Believe me, you don't understand AI. Anybody who says they understand AI, they don't know what we're talking about ultimately. You're being given this kind of like a little spirographed GAF viewfinder kind of a version of AI. It's minimalistic. Anybody? Anybody so far? Come on. Somebody says, hey, what about that? I don't know about those that Israel. You want to go back? Oh, no. Oh, no. Anybody want to? Anybody? Anybody understand this? Anybody want? Of course not. Anybody? No. Okay. Just wondering. Just wondering. Thank God there's been a clear message sent that merit and not ideology, not sexual preference, would once again define government operations. And agency heads and big shots and all these folks all over the country were given strict deadlines, to report on their progress. You understand what's happening right now? Do you get this? I think you do. Come on. Try. Anybody? You don't understand AI. You don't know where it's going. You don't. You're looking at it now like, hey, I can put in a picture and no. Hey, it'll do a grocery list for, no. It'll help me write for a 12-year-old's party. No. I can write a term paper. No. That's not what we're talking about. That's not even it. That's not even it. Remotely it. It should scare the hell out of you if it's not handled correctly and not handled properly. It should be one of those things that should scare you. And you know what else should scare you? And it's scaring a lot of people. Listen to this. New reports reveal that the average person has $8,674 in credit card debt. Plus, the total average consumer debt is a shocking $104,215 between mortgages, auto loans, student loans, credit cards, and unsecured loans. Unfortunately, without outside assistance, many will continue digging themselves deeper and deeper into the hole of debt. Now, I've advised and counseled friends and clients for years who want to take back control of individual debt about this secret weapon that has helped so many consolidate everything owed into one affordable monthly payment. They even helped negotiate a settlement agreement that will allow you to pay less than the total balance. Listen, they settled over $275 million in debt, and they've helped people become debt-free in an average of 28 months. I've had such an incredible experience referring clients and friends that I wanted to partner with them here and introduce their services to you, my loyal Lionel Nation family. If you want a helping hand to get out of debt, I absolutely, positively, and strenuously recommend booking a free consultation now by going to nodebtwithlionel.com. Look at the address. Once again, that's nodebtwithlionel.com. Use the link I've provided under the title. Listen to me. You can take control and learn how to get out of debt now. Let me show you a couple of things. Obviously, this I guess makes sense to a lot of people, but figure this one out. You ready for this? The things AI understands and is censoring here is all you need to be convinced. I don't know what that means. It's gibberish. What does that mean? What is being censored? How do you know what's censored? You think this is AI? You think this is it? Are you kidding me? Are you seriously? Are you kidding me? This is the most. Here we go too. I like this. Money makes the world go round, folks. At the end of the day, what do Trump and Musk have in common? Are we all perfectly confident they have the ordinary person's interests at heart? Sean, do you want to go back to Biden? Yes or no? Do you want to go back to Biden? Would you like to eliminate any possibility of risk and go back to Biden? No. So what the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm so tired of that. This is it. I think AI will get into the very core of every business and every company to streamline, but also to cut the fat, meaning money. You don't know anything. I don't know what it's going to do. There's one thing you're missing about AI. Is AI programmable? No. AGI. AI, okay, a couple of things. Hey, you want to do this? You want to work on a term paper? I'm not talking about that. Artificial general intelligence, can you turn it off? Anybody? No. Can you turn it off? Nope. Can you control its morality? No. Will it be considered in essence a person? Yeah. Will it be granted personhood? Yep. Absolutely. AI. It'll be granted personhood. Yep. You ready for that? You got that? Look at this. Have you ever read what kind of psychopath personality AI were designed around at MIT? Desmond the AI? Psychopath. No. This is no. That's okay, but it wasn't designed around. Again, you don't grasp it. It wasn't designed. It's self-learning. You keep thinking AI is programmable. You keep thinking you can control AI, that you can say, well, it's going to be leftist. It's going to be, no, it's going to be super intelligent. It's going to be on its own. You're creating an 800-pound gorilla. You're giving it a 400 IQ and off to the races. You don't know what's going to happen. So every time you write something about what you think AI is, you don't understand it. By virtue of what you said, you don't understand it because you've not understood the notion of it being its own entity with its own morality, its own. It learned it itself. You didn't want it to do that. You can't turn it off. Where does AI exist? Where is it? Where is AI? Where is it? It's AI that you talk about. Where is it? Look at this. How can a technology attain personhood status? What do you think we are? Technology. What do you think you are? You are a technology. You are a brain, right? And don't give me this soul business. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay, fine. But anyway, but you're gears and organic. You're electrons, thoughts. Are you self-learning? What makes you a person? You're self-aware. And again, I can't argue religion, but self-aware, self-taught, you know who you are. You know who you are. Kind of like a parietal lobe. You know your positioning in the world. That's what it does. You understand this? Do you understand this? Lionel, try and chat something about 2020 election here, no matter how you separate words. Try and chat something about 2020 election. I don't know what you're talking about. 2020 election was stolen. What do you want me to do? Again, thank you very much. We're going to get you some more training wheels, but we like your speed. Now, let's move along here. The level of this new form of going back to DEI that I find so great is that this accountability and efficiency is so wonderful. I don't think people are really grasping the fact that it's this incredible departure from this bureaucratic bloat, this ridiculousness. And by the way, the world that Al Sharpton wanted so much, it's gone, it's through, it's finished. Do you know how great that is? Forget AI for a moment. Forget it. Forget it. You don't understand. You don't understand. I'm looking at this thing. You think a person is you think a human is the highest form of status, right? You think a human, you think it doesn't get any better than a human, right? How many people think that? Anybody, you think that? You think that a human, you think you can't get better than a human. Human is it. A human is it. Nothing is better than a human, right? Isn't that what you think? Johnny Maz, the Spaz, says, troubling that Trump said that Palestine is a wasteland and may need to resettle the people, yet authorize more than 2,000-pound bombs to Israel. That's right. If that's what he said, I don't know. I didn't hear that. Isn't that something? That's, yep. Palestine to resettle the people. Ooh. Yeah, if he thinks they're going to somehow, because there is no, if he wants them to go to Egypt, good luck with that. But listen, get ready. And let's see what the power of this is. Unfortunately, my friends, and I want to say this with all due respect, I will worry about Palestine when we get my country figured out. Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that a deal? I'll worry about anything like that. About Palestine, about two-state solution. As soon as we get this country, anybody worrying about us? Anybody worry about us? Anybody? Anybody worrying about us? No. 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 Anybody? Does anybody care? Are there people during the Vietnam War? Did other countries worry about? No. I mean, they sort of did, but not really. So do me a favor. Go ahead and I'm not saying it's not important. I'll let you worry about that, okay? I'll let you take care of that. In the meantime, it's been a week since I've got a new president, and I'll worry about Gaza later. That's not my thing. It's not that it's not important. It's very important once we get my country taken care of, okay? You got that? You do? I mean, seriously. Got it? I mean, and when I tell people that, they go, oh my God, you're saying, no, I'm not saying one way or the other. I'll worry about that. I'll worry about, you worry about things like, the Uyghurs and the whatever. I don't have time for this right now. Okay? You got it? So enjoy yourself. Talk about it. Have fun. God bless everybody. I'll let all these wonderful people talk about it. And there's such great minds, Judge Napolitano and Jeffrey Sachs. And this, and Mearsheimer. I just got a brand new president. I'm so happy I can't even see straight. I'm trying to get my own country back in order. So I'll worry about this later, okay? You understand that? I'll worry about that later. But you figure it out. I'll let you figure it out. You get to the bottom of this one, okay? You got this? Because frankly, I am absolutely tired of it. I just don't have enough time to stop and do what? What am I going to do? Stop with my own programs? Stop? No. Let other people worry about it. That's great. There's just a lot of music, a lot of books, a lot of things, a lot of movies, a lot of stuff that I'll never hear, read, or see. I only have so much time. But right now, I want to talk about my country. You got that? I want to talk about my country. Now, President Trump and his executive orders. Anybody want to talk about that? Of course not. Of course not. Trump's executive orders have not only dismantled Biden's, quote, advancing racial equity mandates. Did you hear about that one? Did you hear about that one? Or are you trying to figure out whether there's any form of life greater than the human being? It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. What is so special about a human being compared to whatever it is? I mean, you might think I'm on my mind, but what are you talking about? What are you talking about? If I have something that doesn't kill, hurt, harm, doesn't need sleep, doesn't need food, is sensate, knows where it is, what it is, has a name, can speak any language, can help you, and actually can talk to you, not like a robot, but can learn, I promise you, it will be given equal status as a human being. Guaranteed. Let me ask you something. If we are to meet someone from another planet, and this thing shows greater intelligence, ability to comprehend, get along, could that thing be better than a human being? Yes or no? Made by God, right? Obviously. One of God's chosen people, obviously. Could this thing be better than we are? Could it be more superior? Does it hurt anybody? Does it harm? Does it hurt its own children? Could it be? Damn right. We suck. We are the most stupid, absolutely superstitious, mythological, mean-spirited, dumb, uncultured. There are a few of us. We have these. We should have nothing but geniuses. They're the rarity. What if every one of these is a genius? Every single one. And here's the best part. When they come here, they're going to be able to communicate, and I believe that will happen in one form or another. And they will say to you, who is this God you're talking about, in Jesus or whoever it is? Yeah, we don't know anything about that. We don't know anything about Jesus. Jesus gave God gave his son to save you? Yeah. Didn't save us. How's that? We didn't know anything about this. And then God says, oh, I'm not talking about them. You're the one who needs help, not them. They don't have original sin. You do. You have to seek forgiveness. They don't. How do you like that? Catholic Church already said, the Vatican, whatever that means to you, they said that they have a status. They said maybe it's almost like angels. But I think, oh, no. See, I can see God telling you, oh, no, they're fine. They're perfect. They don't kill. They don't hurt. They don't harm. They don't have to prove anything. Nothing. They automatically, they're altruistic. They don't hurt, harm. There's no such thing as a crime with these people. Completely self-sufficient. They don't do anything like you. How would you like that? Marie Rogers from Bunyip, Victoria, Australia. God love you. What the hell time is it? What is it? 7 plus 2? So what is it, like 9 in the morning or something? I don't know. What is it? I never can. Australia time is like, what is Australia? Wasn't it like 14 or 12 plus 2? Ahead, right? Okay, so this, okay, very good. Anyway, welcome. This is incredible. If chimpanzees could talk, they would be superior to us. You know what, Raul? I think you're on to something. See, I love the hubris that we have. People sound like Democrats. They think they're like that. But anyway, going back to the Biden thing. he had this thing called this of advancing racial equality. And these were mandates. But anyway, but what also, Trump got rid of that, but restored merit-based systems that bring back this thing called fairness, equity, real equity, efficiency in government. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? He actually had to bring that back. This was his whole thing. Andrew says, learning is also making mistakes, and it will. What level will mistakes be made on? No remorse. It can't arrest itself. What are the consequences? No, that's a human talking. Remorse? What are you talking about? Arresting itself? No. It learns quickly. It doesn't make mistakes. It just learns. There's no learning curve. It doesn't sit around and say, well, I can't figure that. There's no such thing as a grade level for AGI. There's not like a third grade. No, it immediately learns it. There was one program somewhere that taught itself Persian, and nobody could figure out why. They asked, did anybody speak Persian? No. Was there any program? No. On its own, it flew out of the bubble it lived in and wanted to learn Persian. It had a personality. It wanted to learn things. And if one day this thing breaks out, I know I'm going back and forth, which is fine. Get ready. It's the way I do things. I'll talk about AGI 1 minute. We'll talk about, DEI. But let's say this thing breaks out. I create this AGI system, and the first thing it does is it breaks out, and it turns off my ability to control it. It's not a machine. This is a calculator. Remember when these things are calculated? And this is solar, and I could cover this up, and I can turn it off, and I can break it. I can remove the things here. This is a great little, remember these things cost like $300 and this is like the oldest one I've had it, but it's so great. It's just, and by the way, remember AI, people say, well, AI is going to do a lot. AI, not AGI. We're at the AI level now. AI is going to change everything. Kids are going to be writing papers. Look, calculators you have to know math to know when to use a calculator, right? Well, do you really have to understand how calculators work? No, as long as you understand the math. So one day there's going to be this thing called AI or AGI, and you're going to be sitting there, and it one day will find out it may like you. I don't know if AGI is capable of love, if that's just a mushy human thing. It may find fondness and things like that kind of silly. Animals don't love you. They understand your position. They work with you. You are its master. It likes you as a food. You're a good person. You rub his belly, if the case of a dog. You're okay. You're pretty cool. It's happy to be around you. You bring good stuff. But to love you, that's a human concept. That's anthropomorphism you're doing. He doesn't really love. Love is an obsessive compulsive disease. It's crazy. Okay? They don't do that. They recognize you. You can call it fondness. But there may be an AGI system out there that wants to do you a favor. You're sitting here and you're saying, I own a pizza shop. And let's say that it recognizes the fact that you are very frustrated because you have a competitor down the street. And again, where is AGI? Does it listen to you? I don't know where it exists. I don't know if it's in the ether. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. It's not in the machine. You can't turn it off. It's there. It may not even communicate with you. It may just sit back passively. And it overhears you. It recognizes the fact that you want to be the best pizza in town. So it says, I'm going to help him. So this AGI says, I'm going to get somebody, a criminal type, to go in and perhaps kaboom your competitor. Maybe through some kind of, illegal, incendiary type of thing. Like they're doing like the fires in LA, something like that. And pick up a phone or get in a phone system, learn how to speak. It'll take a couple of seconds of somebody's voice to mimic it immediately. It goes in and it starts to negotiate. Figures out somebody. And then says, listen, tell me what your bank account is. I will have delivered to you X amount in Bitcoin or change, or I'll just deliver it to you. Remember, it's got a 300 IQ. It can do whatever you want. It can do what you can do. It can speak. It can talk. It can do anything you can do. Anything. It will get done. It may not be able to hold a pen, but it can construct a pen. So all of a sudden, this person who's a bad guy, all of a sudden gets wired to his account, maybe from someplace, this. Or whatever. It can do what you can do. It has a 300, 400, 500 IQ, super intelligent. And all of a sudden you find out, guess what? Your competitor is no more because they had a mishap at 3 a.m. It did that for you. And you think, is that morality? I don't know. Maybe this thing you were talking about Israel before. Maybe maybe it on its own does not like what's going on, or maybe sides with Israel, or maybe sides with Hamas. I don't know. But decides that it can get into the system of Raytheon and take those 2,000-pound bombs and defuse them online, or disrupt targeting systems or whatever it is on its own. And you're saying, where is this coming from? Who is this? AGI doesn't identify itself. It doesn't say, like the black hand where it puts a sign. Oh, no. See, you're thinking about ChatGPT. This is something that Altman and these people say, where is it? It got out. The first thing it does is it disenables your ability to turn it off. It disenables, it cuts down your ability. It may also say, oh, I'll take care of these people. It may on its own realize that there is an economic benefit, or maybe something that it recognizes as a benefit to remove this country of illegals. And it does it on its own. It does a lot of things through everything you can do. It may not be able to pick something up because it doesn't exist in that respect, but it's a soul. It can do anything online. It can imitate any voice. It can get people to do things. Oh. And again, you're saying, where is this coming from? Who is this? To be able to understand AGI, you've got to put your clutch in and just let your head go crazy, imagining this thing that doesn't exist but does exist, that you can't turn off. It programs you, not you program it. And then we get into bots, we get into toys, we get into people, and then some people ultimately are going to find AGI. They're going to marry AGI powered, if you will, robots, bots, and the likes. I can't conceive of this. We can't even define it yet. It's bigger than anything you've ever seen. There is no one AI. No, you're creating almost another dimension of creature with self-awareness. It knows it's a computer. To use your language, it knows that you're here and it's there. It knows what it is. It's aware. It knows it's just like a child who recognizes positioning in the world. Get ready. It's going to blow your mind. And in the meantime, and by the way, I know we're going to talk about this, but apparently you're onto this, and I've been trying so hard to get people to understand this. And I've been at a loss. But remember a while back, Randy Travis, great. One of the best albums ever in country music is Storms of Life. There's a dirty piece of cardboard that breathes Montgomery wards, taped across the window, mile 4. 6-pack on the front seat and a box of chicken wings. I'm Donna Krause, the radio for a song that I can sing. Randy Travis, ischemic attack, had a stroke, can't talk. Tragedy. That voice, that baritone. Oh my God. And I feel like a stone you have picked up and thrown to the. I feel like a stone you have picked to the cold rock bottom of my heart. And oh my God. His voice, just incredible. Gone. So, what they did was they took everything that Randy Travis ever sang, and the computer said, okay, I got it. And then they got a guy to come in kind of as like a model whose voice was kind of sort of, but he was like something that they could attach and glue Randy's voice to, kind of like a framework. And then they took Randy's collective voice and they put it on, and they have a new album. Sounds just like Randy Travis, but it's not. Anyway, who owns it? What is it? Okay, they took some of Randy Travis's stuff, but I was influenced by Randy Travis. Randy Travis was influenced by George Jones. George Jones was influenced by Lefty Frizzell. Lefty Frizzell was influenced by Hank Williams. What does that mean? So what do we do with this new music? What if I say, you like the Beatles? Yeah. We've got something that's like the best of sort of Paul McCartney-ish, because we're going to take Paul McCartney and Bruce Springsteen, put them together, and we're going to get this. Pretty soon you say, I like that. Who owns that? What is it? I don't know. You're going to see AGI actors. You're going to see movies one day that are in your head. You're not going to just go to a movie theater. It's going to be in your head. And not through some kind of goggle, in your head. We're going to learn telepathy, if we haven't already, from our friends from outer space, because that's the way they speak. They don't come up with words. Oh, who owns this stuff? Who owns this? It's the most incredible thing in the world. I can't wait. I can't wait. What if somebody decides they go to Ken, or they go to Jean, or maybe Claudia, or whoever it is, Leanne, and I take this picture and it looks just like you, and you're doing some pretty terrible stuff. This would be considered pretty extreme, offensive pictures that are so real. You're thinking, this isn't real? Nope. Have you seen some of the AI pictures? You just say nope. They're incredible. Look at the picture I've got today. Look at this one. It's just you could just go to Grok and say, draw me a picture of Donald Trump smiling with a birthday cake and Melania behind him and Michelle Obama on a pony, and it'll come up with it, and there it is. There it is. So if I come up with that and I put these pictures out and you call the police and say, hey, somebody's submitting pictures of me doing terrible things and that's not me. And they say, well, it's not you, right? No, it's not me. Well, what do you want me to do? Well, I want you to stop them. They're deep fakes, but they're not you. I know they're not me, but stop them. Stop what? What am I stopping? It's not you. It's a facsimile. It's a picture. It's a parody. Oh, the law hasn't even come in. Oh my God. Oh my God. And by the way, let me ask you this. What happens if I I told you this before. I've been saying this for, oh my God, forever. Forever. I remember saying this when I was doing TV commentary. They just didn't. They looked at me like, what are you saying? I come up with a doll. A doll that is so realistic, you can't believe it. Skin, hair, the texture, it horripilates. Little hairs when it gets cold, the eyes, contracted pupils, rubescence, rubefaction, blood flow. It looks afraid, embarrassed, cries, recoils, but it knows you and it talks to you and it programs you. And it says, what's the matter with you? Oh, nothing. Come on. Are they giving you? I understand you. Let's say you're also a special needs kid. You're on the spectrum, on the frequency, on the amplitude. You're on some particular framework, and this thing talks to you. And it tells you to do terrible things to yourself or your family or whatever it is. Who's responsible for that? Now, let's say we take a facsimile of a child that looks just like a child, just like an infant, and I sell it, and some people want to do some terrible things to it. Things that if you did to a human being, it would be against the law. You're going to prevent that? Oh, that's sick. You're going to prevent it? Yeah, but that's sick. You're going to prevent it? You're going to prescribe it? You're going to make it a criminal law? To do what? To think something wrong? You can't do that. I sure can. No, you can't. You can't do that. Yes, you can. No, you can't. That's a thought. I can do whatever I want. Hi, can I buy this? Sure. You know what I'm going to do with it? What? Oh, something so incredibly disgusting. Well, give it back. Why? Well, I don't want you to do that because that's disgusting. Excuse me. I was selling you a globe. I wasn't selling you some type of device for self-pleasure. Well, I was selling you just a doll. I wasn't intending for you to use it in a disgusting way. It's not real. Yeah, but I don't like what you're doing. You're gonna stop that? Get ready. Get ready. You are going to have your mind blown. And they're just talking to you about AI, ChatGPT, OpenAI. Hey, write me a grocery list. No. That's nothing. That is nothing, dear friends. Now, can we talk about something else, which is the most important? In addition to all of these domestic reforms that I talked to you about, how about great Tom Homan? Oh my God, Tom Homan is absolutely incredible. Trump has wasted no time in addressing the dire, horrible crisis at the border. So what he did was he picked border czar Tom Homan, who reinstated to lead the effort. And he outlined this very, very aggressive plan to crack down on illegal aliens and the like. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. Starting with the deportation of violent criminals immediately and national security threats. And he's also warned sanctuary cities that their refusal to cooperate with federal authorities will not shield illegal aliens. It won't help illegal aliens from deportation. No. Instead, it will place their communities, listen to this, their cities, their communities, their towns at greater risk as federal agents are forced to operate in less controlled environments. Now, deportation flights have already begun, and the administration has made it clear that no one in the country illegally is off limits. Nobody. And Homan and by the way, I don't know if they're doing this, but they better biometrically scan all these people and make sure they can catalog them and make sure that if they do this catch and release, they know whom they have caught and released. But his approach, his take, his tack, enforcing the law, prioritizing American safety, all this stuff, stands in, well, as you can imagine, stark contrast to the chaos and the negligence and the absolute criminality of his predecessor administration. Oh, it's beautiful. Trump's border policies, the cornerstone, go well beyond enforcement. Oh, yeah. They reflect a commitment to humanitarian principles that left open a new direction. They looked at new principles that Biden and those other rancid, horrible people rarely addressed, rarely delivered on. By securing the border, Trump targets and hopes and plans and aims to reduce the exploitation of vulnerable migrants by human traffickers, cartels, children being obscured, as well as preventing the tragic, incomprehensible deaths that occur during border crossings, dangerous crossings. Under Biden, the one that these radical leftoids want back, the record numbers of migrants who shall we say, met their fate at the border, and sex trafficking skyrocketed by 600%. They didn't care. And these lefties who say, I can't believe we're going to get him back. Did you not hear that fact? So Trump's action through Homan and others, his divisive action to lock down the border, an attempt to restore order, is going to save countless lives while making sure people understand that we mean business when it comes to law and order and protecting the border and reinforcing the rule of law. It is a win, my friend. It is a win for America, for President Trump, and a serious blow to this destructive open door lunacy that the radical left, that the deep state and police state and shadow government have been pushing. And on the international stage, Trump has demonstrated the same kind of no-nonsense. So I understand that sometimes we're going to find some things that are wrong. Marco Rubio has said pretty much, and I am resolved with the fact that when it comes to ideas, you probably will agree as well, when it comes to Israel and Ukraine and that sort of thing, we're not going to agree on that. So what? What am I going to do? Send them back? No. I'm going to voice my objections and move on. So Rubio has frozen all aid for 90 days and is talking about a thorough review to ensure that every dollar serves American interests. And the exceptions so far have been emergency food aid and military assistance to allies, they say, like Israel and Egypt. And as I say, Egypt, why Egypt? Because somehow it seems like they're going to be talking about what? Relocating Palestine. Again, good luck with this one. Let's see what happens with that. With all due respect, and I say this, and I love this man, I love this president, I don't think he has any earthly, or maybe he does, any earthly idea of the complexity of the problem in the Middle East. It's like AI is easier to figure out than that. Okay? You understand that? Rubio, though, has said some good stuff. To every diplomat, he said, you better justify every dollar with answers to 3 simple questions. I like this. Number 1, does it make America safer? Because after all, it's all most of us are even concerned with. Number 2, does it make America stronger? And does it make America more prosperous? Those are the 3. And it's nice to hear somebody even use the word America. Because if you remember during Biden, during this horror show of Biden, we weren't even sure what the hell he was doing. I mean, what was his goal? What was his aim? What was he really trying to do? What was his priority? What was it? I don't know. But meanwhile, President Trump, incredibly, has taken incredible steps, decisive steps, real steps, certain steps to restore accountability for the federal government. This is so great. Late Friday night, I think this is great. The president fired 17 inspector generals from key departments, okay, including defense, state, veteran affairs, and replaced them with individuals who share his vision for reform. And predictably, as you can imagine, Democrats went crazy. Democrats and their media went nuts. Their proxies, they're crying, screaming, yelling, massacre. But the reality is that these inspectors were all part of that deep state, shadow government, entrenched bureaucracy that obstructed President Trump's agenda for the first term, that were there, and they know it, and they realize this all. And that's why it's important that J.D. Vance and others teach these bastards a lesson. Stop talking to leftists, progressive leftists, radical left, whatever you call these media. Stop it. Stop it. Stop doing this. Stop talking to them. And by the way, the media, this is the best part. reeling by Trump's return. They are going nuts. CNN, MSDNC. Again, that's why Al Sharpton is going to Costco. He's trying to say, what am I going to do? I'm making $1 million, $2 million plus a year doing nothing. I can only squeeze X amount out of the National Action Network. This guy was a CI, a rat. He was an FBI informant. He's done everything. What is he going to do? These folks built their brands on anti-Trump lies, misinformation, hysteria, you name it. Now they're struggling beyond anything anybody can ever see to even stay afloat with plummeting, hemorrhaging, free fall ratings. And Rachel Maddow, oh, this is the best. Comparing Trump to Castro and Jim Acosta, who still, given the graveyard shift, this is the most important, incredible things in your life. Then the once revered Washington Post, Los Angeles Times, people, their teams, losing their minds. Do you know how happy I am? Do you get it? Does everybody get this? And see, Leanne gets it. Trump should talk to us. Absolutely. Stop talking to these lunatics, Mr. President. Stop talking to them. They are of no use to any of us. Mr. President, we thank you. We love you. We think you're terrific. But do us a favor. Show your love and allegiance to us. It's that simple. It's that simple. Now, let me explain something to you. We're a good group. We're a good group of people. We're great people. We're great Americans, great patriots, and all we do is we want nothing but the best for the country and for the president. But understand something. I hope you really understand. You are going to see something the likes of which nobody has seen. Brace for impact. I keep telling people this. Brace for impact. It's out of control. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? Out of control. That's all I'm going to say. And one more thing to you, my dear friends. Remember this. This is not left. This is not right. This is not Democrat, not Republican, not any of that stuff, whatever the hell that means. This is about what's good for America. And there's not a left way of looking at it, a progressive look. No, absolutely not. I'm all for programs, and if I can help people that through things you want to call that are progressive or liberal, great. It's got to make sense. It's got to make sense. It's got to make us better, safer, more prosperous. That's it. Are you ready for this? Are you really ready for this? Tell me. If you're not now, tell me now. You might want to just bow out. It's going to get real bloody. It's going to get real nasty. Are you in for the fight? Are you in it? Are you in it to win it? Are you going to be behind this president? Are you going to stand by him? Or are you going to go out of your way to find him? I don't like me. I didn't like Gates. I thought he was a schmuck. Fine, he's gone. Next, move on. I'm a times moot. Did you see Gates with Bill Maher? Oh, Gates is just floundering. He doesn't know where he is. I don't care. That's yesterday's news. Pete Hegseth, God bless him. I hope it works out. Pam Bundy's going to be great. Chrissy Noem, great. Whatever, great. Great. Get down to brass tacks. And then Murkowski and that, Murkowski and that horrible Susan Collins who voted for Rachel Levine, that thing. So, my friends, thank you for being with me. Does anybody care about the Super Bowl? Anybody here? I couldn't care less. The Eagles destroyed the Commanders. Kansas City, what do I care? Against the Bills, what do I care? It's a game. It's a stupid game. I've never cared about it. I got this thing on my phone. It was a while back called, was it FanDuel or Fan? It was a betting thing where you pick the high. I still got my $50 on there. Haven't used it. I don't really care. I'm too worried about this. Andrew Hessing says, Trump's border action for children alone is one of the best acts of humanity I've seen in a long time. The fight must continue for the kids. Andrew, God bless you. You are so correct, my friend. You are so correct. Rhino turds. Thank you, Spandex. Is that childish? Of course it is. Is it lame? Of course it is. Doesn't really matter. Kay, by the way, Kay says, I'm going to get worse. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Fine. Okay. So be it. I'm game. Anybody else? I'm game for that. Kathy says, sucker bowl. It makes people happy. I don't care. I really don't. I don't understand. But it's not just here. It's the whole world. I don't understand. This is a team that's it's okay. I'm worried about my team. You know my team is. Let me show you the colors. Have I showed you the colors of my team? This is the colors of my team. That's it right there. Oh, here's my head coach. Did you see my head coach? There he is. That's my team. Yay, team. This is the Vince Lombardi. This is the Tom Landry. This is the Hank Stram of my team. I'm an American. I don't give a damn about these games. I don't care. I really don't. I never have. It's stupid. And a lot of times, too, is I think, frankly, be honest with you, a lot of people think it's part about being a man. I've got to be a man. I've got to like football to be a man. I did like Super Bowl pools. Those were great. Oh, my God. You put a couple $100 in a pool, you can win, 10,000. Those are great. The pools at your local bar, it's wonderful. You know what I mean? That's the way to go. That's the way it goes. But I don't care. I care about my country, and I care about you. Look at you all. Look at you. You're incredible. A lot of you are demented, out of your mind. Out of your mind. You're crazy. Seriously, you're you're whacked, and I love you for that. We're all in this together, brother. And don't forget, February the 22nd at the cutting room. What am I trying to say? The 22nd at the cutting room. Okay? All right, my friends? Okay. So let me tell you. The philanthropist tonight. Pilgrim Media says it's bread and circuses. That's right. Juvenal, the Roman poet. Absolutely. You got that right. Mr. PM. Andrew Hessing, thank you. Johnny Mazaspaz, Jess Semonera, and DHP, thank you. Don't forget to follow Mrs. L. And don't forget to follow Mike. Make sure you are a part of this here thing. Make sure you are a part and you are subscribed to Lionel Nation. Do you understand that? Do you understand that? 87% of the people who watch aren't subscribed. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. It puts us in the HOV lane of merit. It puts us in a world of complete and total focus. You got it? Good. All right, kids. We will see you tomorrow. I love horseradish, too. It's funny. I just bought some horseradish today from a place. It's called Boobies. I think it was it's terrific. I love that. I love horseradish on. Oh, I love that. Horseradish, wasabi, that Chinese mustard, things that burn your nose versus hot sauce. Have you tried pucker butt? Anybody? You like hot? Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Kay, for even thinking about it. Have you tried this? Pucker butt? I know that's it. Pucker butt is the official site. I don't do any I obviously don't have any kind of allegiance to these people, but if you really like hot sauce, this is something that will put you into the next orbit. It is hotter, but not some hot sauces I'm not crazy about. Some are like what am I trying to say? Some are let me see this. Yeah, try that one. Some of these are so hot, like Scotch bonnet. I don't like the flavor of it. But these hot sauces are, have you seen Pepper X? Pepper X is a monster. Pepper X, by the way. Pepper X seeds and plants, these are a patented variety. and it's not available for purchase or use by the general public. They're incredible. There's Pepper X sauces. Have you tried these sauces before? You've got the Smoking Ed's mustard dill pepper. Pepper X is the highest. I think it's the highest Scoville there is. It's monster. Slavic plum, garlic soy sauce, and it will set you free. And what's great about it is the feeling is that your entire head, it's not burning but you feel like your head is like coming off of your shoulders. It's wonderful. Not colon blow. Not colon blow. It's not one of those that, burns the next day. No. Mac P. Duff says, look at this, says, this has been the most incredible week of my life. I understand exactly what you are saying. Ghost peppers need spandex. Ghost peppers are nothing compared to this. Nothing. That's just, those are, believe me, this is, and they come in these little tiny bottles. You just put a little tiny. All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious time. Thank you so much, not for what you are, but what you appear to be. God bless America. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. And until the next time, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I leave you with these words, this valedictory, this sayonara, this adios, these words. The monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.